Hey everybody, welcome back for more RPG a Day. Today is August 5th, 2024. Prompt number 5, an RPG with great writing. I see, for this one I'm going to go with Coyote and Crow. I've managed to run a couple of sessions of Coyote and Crow. I'm trying to gear up to run a couple of kind of demo sessions for them at Big Texas Comic-Con coming up later this fall. So I think it has very good writing. It's a thick book. It's because the whole role playing game is in one book as opposed to being spread out across a few different manuals. So it's the player's guide, the game master's guide, and some suggestions on how to create adversaries, along with a mini introductory adventure, all in one thick book. I could have mentioned it yesterday for great artwork too, because it does have great artwork as well. But if you recall, Coyote and Crow is set in an alternate historical timeline where the Western Hemisphere was never colonized, and it's a what if the indigenous cultures of the Americas were allowed to advance and discover on their own complex math, physics, science, engineering, and things like that. So it's a sci-fi setting. It's got a little bit of magic and fantasy in it if you wanted to have it, to infuse that in there as well. But it's mostly sci-fi, kind of would you call it indigenous futurism as opposed to Afrofuturism? Anyway, it's just very well written in that the beginning of the book sort of gives you a story that's told very much like a traditional Native American story would be told by a storyteller or an elder, and it sucks you into sort of the mythos or the mythology or the folklore of the setting, and then does a very good job of world building. And there's a lot. The big first section of the book has nothing to do with the game. It really is the world building. But to me, it's written in a way that helps you really wrap your head around the setting and get immersed before you go on to trying to create a character or understand how characters are created. But it also is a very good, I think, particularly if you're not Native American or have not spent much time in Native American communities or with Native people, it kind of helps other people kind of get into the mindset of how to play a character who exists in that kind of a world or in that kind of a culture. And there are notes on how, if you're not indigenous, to play an indigenous American character in this alternate history timeline in a way that's fun and respectful and enjoyable, but without kind of resorting to bad movie stereotypes and things like that. So I think it's very well written. I know the author is taking a little bit on the chin online of people. There are people out there who just look for things to complain about. Have said, oh, he's telling white people they can't play this game. And he has never said that. He's gone online to clarify that. But people will ask, hey, if I'm not an Indian, how am I going to play an American Indian in this game and not be disrespectful about it? He gives a little guidance in the book on how to do that, and it's very just straight and direct, and I think very inviting. So if you haven't checked out Coyote and Crow, I would really encourage you to do it. There are a few, I think there are 4 videos up on YouTube. I'll put a link to where we cover the game in depth, about kind of the setting and how it's set up and some of the rules, and then 2 videos which are parts 1 and 2 of us running through the introductory adventure. So I'll put a link to that. It's on Carl Rodriguez's YouTube channel as usual. Anytime I'm on YouTube with gaming stuff, that's where I'm at. So but that's my entry this year for an RPG that I think has very good writing. So shout out to the whole design team for Coyote and Crow. All right, I will be back tomorrow with another topic. So until then, take care of yourself and try to make somebody happy today.